the trophy.
What's the whole help they keep me in the basement thing?
So I don't know as
Is
well.
that like the editor like crying for help?
Maybe. Okay, there it
Is
is.
what
Okay,
that
fair
is.
enough. That's fair enough. That's also, you were talking about the Baywatch song before.
Yeah.
It's like it's always in a classic. I feel
Yeah.
like the Friends song as well. The intro is.
The friend song is definitely.
So we've got
fire.
Train,
it's one of those songs
Mirage.
that just doesn't go old, you know.
Train and Mirage at the very least, and Cash if it goes that far, and Overpass.
Ooh, at least we have Cash as a third map here. Maybe we'll see it this event, maybe once at least.
Yeah, it's technically a fourth map, because Cloud9 is starting 1-0 up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's interesting, but yeah, it's some more Train.
What 2 maps did Cloud9 play Liquid on 2 days ago?
Mirage and Inferno. Was Inferno the second map?
Was it?
No,
I'm
Maybe. I
curious
mean,
now.
Liquid insta vetoed Inferno. So.
Yeah, no, but maybe that was the. Wait, let me see. I'm super curious now, actually. Because
Well,
I'm more. There was the thing was more so for if they haven't played Train. I think that might be competitive then.
Yeah.
Let me see here. Let me see here. Sorry, you guys can.
I'm just looking at the.
You
Look
can
at
talk
who's
about
starting
something.
what. So does Liquid start CT Train? Is that how that
they're
works?
starting,
okay,
they're starting
yeah.
T-side, it looks like.
So it was Cobblestone first map.
See, it looks
16-4.
like it looks like CT, right? But right now
Yeah.
they're on the T side. This is why I don't understand. Like,
I don't get how that works.
Yeah, I don't. I just think I just think they put
The
them
arrow
random places
things are
every
just
time.
pointing all over the place.
Yeah.
Train was
Sorry,
supposed
go
to
on.
be last map. Cobblestone 16-4 to Cloud9, 12-3 half, and then Mirage was the one that was at least a little bit competitive, which is 16-11. Cloud9. And Liquid ended up picking Cobble in that series. Cloud9 opted for Mirage.
So it's 100. We're certain Cloud9 has a 1-0
Oh, hello,
lead.
Jordan.
Yes, 100%. So what was it again? We had Train first,
Mirage.
Mirage. Oh, we had Mirage second anyway.
Yeah.
Train Mirage
This is
Cash,
weird.
and then
I'm not really a fan of getting touched when I'm not under the influence.
okay.
Just hasn't happened yet.
Well,
give me an hour. No.
there- take a rain track on that.
This is water.
Oh man.
Oh, then I actually like the series because then we get the first. Well, sure, I guess Mirage, but at least then we get one new map that we haven't seen between these two teams this one.
I want to see some Cash.
Yeah, man. I want to see some Cash. I love Cash.
Where's Cash at?
It's weird, right? Because it seems to be like Cash is one of those maps. Even if you change your roster, that you kind of stick by anyway
Yeah.
because it's the way the map is.
That's
Whereas
weird
like
'cause-
a map like Nuke, for example, or even Train, Cobble,
Yeah.
Overpass, just a little bit more like the difficulty in the maps.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure.
I feel like no one will. Not many teams will come out and say they hate Cash. There's obviously like
Mhm.
two teams you probably think off the top of your head, but not many people pick it or like actively seek to play the map.
Yeah.
Just interesting.
Hello, fellas.
You heard it here first. Cash getting replaced by Dust 2.
Is it? Confirmed?
Confirmed.
Reddit? Top thread?
Confirmed. Half-Life 3 confirmed.
Should I chime in on the convo?
Did you see the maps?
No,
What
I
do you
did
think?
not.
Train,
Mirage,
Mirage,
Cash,
Cash.
Overpass.
Train,
Overpass.
Mirage,
No, not Overpass.
Cash.
I think it is Overpass.
It was Overpass. Yeah, you're right.
Train,
Yeah.
Mirage, Cash, Overpass?
There
Yeah.
it is. Look
Yeah.
on the screen.
Yeah.
So, I guess Liquid's hoping to get a train dub really quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think after the SK game, I think maybe they're feeling confident. And on top of that, they played Cobblestone versus Cloud9 2 days ago, and they got 16 forward. And on top of that, their T-sets have not been looking good on that map. So I think that's the right call. I think good to.
Did Liquid
Gamble
start the
a little
tournament picking Inferno?
No, they started. Wait,
Or-
didn't they start by pick? No, wait. No, yeah, you're right. They didn't pick Cobblestone first. Yeah, they picked Inferno start. And
So
they
they
got
were-
one T round there as well, right?
Yeah.
And then next day, they then pick Cobble, get like 2 T rounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now I think they think Train's their best map.
Yeah, they're just like going around it. Which I think the one map they win is like, okay.
Developmental phase.
Another interesting stat. Every game so far this tournament has gone 2-0, except for the NIP games.
Yeah.
Every other
Your
game.
Swedes wanted to make things competitive.
Yeah, try to at least. Didn't really
Ooh.
work out.
Looks like we're about to begin.
Ooh.
So
Oh, wow.
Liquid are starting on the T side. C9, what are they going to go for? Stewie with the P2000, rest of the team on the USPs. Liquid haven't bought just yet. So let's have
I
a
gotta
look.
set it down. It's all right.
We got Kevlar coming out for the T side. Will there be grenades? Surely there'll be grenades. It is train. When do you see a T side about grenades? There's a pause, so we'll have to wait for a second. I really hate that this map and cobblestone start in black and white, like monochrome. I paid a lot for my skins, damn it. I want to look at my shiny knives.
What's your favorite skin?
Probably I have a bayonet Doppler. And it's probably my favorite skin because my favorite pastime is knifing people. And it has like 6,500 stat track kills in it or something.
What?
Yeah.
A knife?
Yeah, yeah. Because in fairness, I used to play a lot of surf deathmatch. Where instead of being surfing on a track, you're just surfing around and just shooting each other and stuff.
Surf deathmatch.
Yeah, but
That's a thing?
I would fly around and just knife people. There's I think a map called Great River or something like that, which is probably the most common one. But anyway, enough about that. Got a smoke down in connector, trying to isolate these CTs, trying to slow a rotation perhaps. Patient play from Twist will allow him to get a headshot onto Tarek, despite the range disadvantage of the Glock. Automatic rush and Stewie remaining. Stewie can't really do anything about the bomb plant. Twist's holding it down, baby. But the frags are coming back for Cloud9 now. The bomb just about getting planted. 2 CTs at the back, and now it's down to Nitro. He's got the USP. No, he hasn't. He's got a Glock, sorry. I don't know what I'm doing. Ooh, he was already red. Now he's dead. And he finishes off Rush as well. Ooh,
Glock is insane sometimes.
Nitro's having some good
Nitro's
pistols.
insane sometimes.
Yeah.
He's pretty consistent, it seems.
Yeah.
Speaking of the surf deathmatch, I want to go back to this.
Yeah?
Little people know this. Brax used to be on a surf team. Do you remember this, Jordan? When we
yeah.
first played with him in 1.6, first became a pro. He was playing on some like European surf 5v5 like with guns league.
Really?
Yeah.
God, we need to ask him about that.
Yeah. I just remembered that. That was wild. He was
Sounds
really
wild.
good.
Damn, that's even more next level than Surf Deathmatch.
Another thing for Liquid. Didn't really win a lot of anti-ecos.
The rush lower with no nades there to catch C9 off guard. This is a pretty interesting strategy because I guess on the force buy, normally you will start 4 outside to see if they're going to do the rush, because a common play for the T's on the second round is swing wide outside T mid with the AKs. So, and then after maybe they got some nades off as a CT, they would rotate inner. But right there, they literally go inner without any flashes in effort to catch the Z rotator off guard a bit.
Yeah. That's exactly how they start. This is exactly how they started the match against SK, actually.
Yeah.
Outside pistol, same thing second round. So it looks like they're bringing that same
And
kind
then
of
they
pacing.
rush out mid right here.
Yeah, I think they did actually rush outside on this round.
A
Yeah.
little bit different this round. These are going into some kind of just map control, which is interesting on the...
So what's your favorite skin in the game, Sean?
I don't have one, but I think the chatterbox thing is pretty unique.
Oh, the Galil.
How the mouth moves.
Mm.
I think that's pretty cool.
But
Can't
yeah,
really think of one off the top of my head.
What about you? Jordan.
I don't know, my Howl M4 is pretty cool. I've always liked that. The original op skin, green.
Yeah, no, that's one of my favorites as well. I have one with stickers on called Old School, which is quite nice. It's a nice screen, isn't it? It's a nice screen. But we're into the bye round for both teams. Cloud9 looking for their first round on the board. Can Nitro continue to be a nuisance for them? Steel flying down the ladder, but he won't have as much success as he had against SK, at least not yet. Early pick for Cloud9. It's important map control as well. 3 players moving towards Ivy with the bomb in tow, and that grenade is of course going to do minuscule damage.
Interesting from Steel there. I wasn't even sure if he had the best spawn, but regardless, now 5v4. Nitro going to make contact shortly here with automatic. Tim very aware how teams like to come backside on him, but doesn't make a difference there. It's now 4 versus 4. And the T's are going to make their way to the inside bomb site potentially here, as they have one player out teammate who's going to look to backstab. I don't know if they're actually going to commit inside with this kills now. No reason to take all the different angles that you would run into going through CT spawn and Z here. And instead, Elige playing StarCraft at E-Box, getting double kill with the Galil, which is good gun on this round, especially when they have no head armor.
Liege are controlling.
That was some impressive mid-gaming by Liquid right there.
I like the pause old bomb
Yeah.
once they had control to realize where the rotator's going.
So the bomb crossed, which was spotted by someone on CT at bomb train. They wait, and then they rehit outside.
Well, it helps that guy team mid. I think
Yeah.
that was a Liege.
Yeah.
Had really good positioning and patience to
Yeah.
not, because if you fight bomb train there and die, you're now no longer. They're not scared of anyone on the other side of you.
Yeah.
So good job
And
by him.
To everyone watching, that's not a design strat. Like that was just mid-gaming at that point.
Yep.
Where they're just communicating, you know, what's going on.
That grenade could have been so much, but instead it was nothing. No pun intended. Rush. Oh, was there a dink in there? I think there might have been, but the numbers have been reduced to almost 0. Not sure if Stu was seen over the smoke, maybe a late radar. He's got his cash money P250. Just waiting for anything. Somebody tries to make a play through that smoke, he'd probably avoid a flashbang and block them in the smoke, which is why he's crouching like that. For one of a few reasons. I like how they basically wait for the smoke to go. It's like Stewie's probably there. He is there, in fact. It's not a bad knife. I love the Howl as well. I think it's quite easily the best M4 skin, but I sold mine. And
It
my
is very
Dragon Lord.
sexy. Also very expensive.
Yeah.
What is it? The A1S Golden Coil looks pretty cool.
That is nice.
There's one more A4. What is it? The Paladin, Royal Paladin.
I can't remember.
That one looks pretty.
Yeah,
That one looks
it's like
pretty clean.
gold and
yeah,
like gray or black.
pretty clean, golden black.
I like the one with the dragon on,
Dragon
but I'm
Lord?
using the one.
What's that?
No, it's the one with the dragon. The M4 with the dragon.
Oh,
I forgot the name of it.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Didn't it? Wasn't it like Chinese characters when it was introduced into the game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
oh, the Dragon King or something.
I think so.
Yeah, they changed
And
it.
there's
Twitch chat's laughing at us.
the other one is the one with the sun, the little sun on it, which is the one I use at the moment.
Dragon King, yep.
Okay, now we've got a good buy from Cloud9. Double sniper, a stark difference to what they had before. Will we see somebody going for a fast connector peak of main? The CTs will always get to this angle first, but since the T's know that Skadoodle may not expect
There you go,
anything.
Ty.
Look at this.
This is really powerful too because he's able to call the fake. This position he's in right now could be somewhat of a trap for himself if he's not careful, but it doesn't look like he's going to get punished anytime soon as Liquid is going heavy towards the inside bomb site. Only one Ivy here. And pay attention to this Ivy guy. He's going to start throwing his nades now, which I might think actually is a little early if he doesn't do this right. It might actually give C9 the confidence to rotate one in after Tim gets this kill. And Liquid needs to go now if they want to maintain that surprise factor. But it's not really going to... Oh, good molly there by Stu. And
Stu
now-
still has a smoke.
Oh, wow, that's weird. I'm surprised they didn't bring a second guy in her now. And Stu's going to get caught by himself here and hope to get 2. Not even going to get 1 there. Now Tarek rotating to a long-distance fight. That's disadvantageous to him, if that's a word. And the AK going to do enough damage to get the nade kill in.
Kobe.
Hot potato. CT's at the back of the site. I think if the T stays static, it might be a hard retake with 2 AWP. Someone's got to get a fast scope in. Oh, he spots a foot, takes a shot, but that does like, what, 8 damage or something?
Wow.
Absolutely minimal, far too solid an object. And they may lose everything. Skadoodle trying to take some players out to make his own escape easier.
Good start so far for
Yeah, this is
Liquid.
a really good start for Liquid.
I felt they made really good calls here.
And Jordan, you saw how Tim like basically started feeling that Ivy presence and pushed up.
Yeah.
I know you're the Ivy lurker. Do you ever? So I've done this before. I've had this happen to me by Guardian.
Yep.
Is when you cross and you throw that smoke, you typically combo with the molly.
No,
right?
I know what's coming next.
So
Yep.
when you throw that smoke,
He's
someone like
coming to the
Guardian
left.
is coming to catch you throwing the molly, and that's
har-
exactly what Tim is doing right now.
The hardest thing is if you don't have a flash, which Steel didn't at the end there. But what I like to do is as I throw the smoke, jump spot, and then
Yeah.
molly, but there's still a good chance he beats it on the left. It's actually very hard if you don't have a flash to push him back there.
Yeah.
So honestly, when I feel like an operator is like Guardian or like Fallen, someone will get in front of it, I do the smoke that pillows out a little bit more, so
Yeah.
he can't even get in the front corner, and then I molly right, but yeah, I guess it would have worked weird. I'm surprised C9 didn't have 2 in her right after that.
Yeah. I don't know why they didn't rotate off.
Normally there you would see them fall back to bomb train or something unless they had a guy in ladder, and then That second guy in there.
Liquid falling over money at the moment.
This is first map. Keep in mind, guys. C9 only needs to win 2 more, whereas Liquid needs to win 3. Correct?
Yeah, it's the
Correct,
first
yeah.
map of the series, but Cloud9 start 1-0 up because they are in the winner's bracket, so that is their reward. Normally in a double elimination bracket, the loser would have to win a series twice over, but obviously in the length of Counter-Strike that's not realistic, so FGC you see that a lot, and even then it takes quite a while.
Wow.
Ding dong. Automatic, ring in that bell, baby.
He's gonna be able to maybe.
I think the smoke grenade
Yeah,
slowly rolling towards him.
Is that what I saw? Yeah, I was
Yeah.
like, he's gonna get that smoke soon. He throws at Ivy so he can grab the AK. Have control there.
Oh.
You see a lot of teams now are doing this and then they go boost on the green over.
Mm-hmm.
They try to catch you slipping.
I think there was the major you played in with Cloud9. Virtus Pro did that to you every round.
Yeah,
Had
it
to
was
be
really
so
fun. I was
frustrating.
having a good time.
Yeah, they just bomb flashes and throw that smoke on you.
That's when, yeah, some of our comms issues are coming to culmination.
40 seconds left. Automatic is in a good position to, I would say, stop the bomb plant, but he's not going to peek it in time. The bomb will go down.
And the T should be somewhat aware of this possibility, and it looks like Twist is going to be, but it doesn't matter. Youngblood gets taken down by Automatic as he still has the AK mid, a 3 versus 3. And Naf's going to go down in an unusual manner as he had the higher ground. And Skadoodle now tapping the bomb to bait the peek from the T's, and Elige also missing the spray. This is all going wrong for Liquid, and C9's going to find their first round in quite an unconventional and unexpected way.
Yeah, just huge individual play by Tim. Really good kill at Ivy and coming out T main right there on the flank. Both of the situations you just say wasn't really favored to win the duel and just destroyed both those people.
I think you have to give credit to Tim after the first kill as well. He doesn't take the full fight with the player in Pop Dog straight away. So you
his
see
guy.
him,
Yep.
yeah, he just moves back and he's like, that's a massive threat and a problem. He comes into play later on.
You know you got no kit, so you really need to make sure you don't
Yeah.
waste
He allows
any
himself to be
moves.
the focus which his teammates
weird-
could abuse.
In those situations, I feel like back 6 trade is so powerful, especially when you know that they have no armor. You're almost an op with an AK there because they have no armor. And that's where the op is most powerful. I would like to see Twist just kind of clear the T mid flank earlier, more aggressively, and then just come back and play the 6 train. And so much distance there to do damage against the no armor of C9. And hindsight is 2020. But we're back to an inside hit from Liquid.
2 players already there for Cloud9, but Stewie's starting to, well, I was going to say moving away, but not quite the case now. I
Yeah,
think it's
Cloud9
automatic in connector.
Yeah, Tim is in connector, like boosted up, and they have 2 people inner, which means Cloud9's really ready for a quick inner hit here.
There it is, making plays through the smoke. That's not going to work out for them. Stewie very patient. Oh, running out of bullets towards the end, trying to be conservative. Automatic trying to clean things up. At least there is a bomb plant for Liquid, which will keep their money in the upwards trajectory. Trying to do what he can. Needed to make it as expensive as he could. 2 players lost for Cloud9, so their road to recovery is still on the right path. Well, let's see what the buy is. Still looking good for Team Liquid. Much pressure to be had. And no more scoreboard. Thank you. So we can see there's double AWPs for Cloud9. Nitro will be on the sniper for the T side as well. And it looks like a fast play. Lots of flashbangs, but still, sorry, Skadoodle lands a shot onto Steel. Early on, very forward positions for Cloud9, but maybe things start to calm down. Oh, there we go. Nitro very patient there. Tarek fighting for survival. Man advantage for Liquid at the moment. Molotov towards the box. Not quite doing the job, but he backs off anyway. Completely blind. Has no idea where to look. He will get taken out, but Skadoodle still alive, still putting in work. Taking Twist down, repositioning. There's Stewie. Doesn't seem to see what's going on there. That would have been quite something, but not yet. Skadoodle blind, but Stewie will trade immediately. They know where he is now. 2 versus 1. Can the bomb get planted for Pop Dog? Seems that it can. If he gets close to the site, does he pick up a rifle? We'll soon see. Looks like there's 1-2 towards the box and Nafly on the high ground. And there it is. Liquid back to winning ways.
Yeah, solid round. There's a lot of good flashbangs there, actually. Coming in, even the one on Sky, even the one before that on Tarek. Liquid really putting the work here on the flashbangs.
Yeah, I like that.
Good
Liquid
timing.
kind of faked a fast strat and then boosted up inside C main to get that pick top green. Nafly goes out, gets the second kill. And then from there, they were always in a really good situation. Man up pretty much the entire round.
Random conversation to be had, I guess, right here. Question rather for you, Sean. I feel like it would have made more sense for Rush to be the Ivy guy and Tim to stay sandwich, like he used to be.
Yeah,
From like a design perspective.
probably so, yeah.
But I guess Tim does a good job Ivy and Rush does a good job sandwich.
Yeah,
so.
he does.
And was that where'd the wallbang come in from? To Z?
Yeah. No.
Well, I know Naf was team mid, but I don't see where he.
Well, he
got
was
the
so
wall.
pushed back though, right? Did Tarek try to push in deconnector? I'm curious now.
Perhaps we will spot his carcass as the round develops. It's good doodle. It's savage aggression from the man. Still on a hot run from the major.
Creating a couple more carcasses for us to observe.
Don't forget, spamming the noodle does indeed help. Skadoodle.
Nice round.
Very nice run
recovery.
indeed. Yeah. Only one player dropped in Tarek. Quite an important factor for Cloud9 moving forward. As you can see, their money's not great, but perhaps I was going to say they might get a breath of no, a moment to pause. Oh, let's see.
Ooh.
Oh
You're right.
wow! You never see that land. Mo does that for Gambit all the time. I've never seen it connect.
What's that Guardian doing? I remember a bit back, a couple months back. Could be longer, but
I could imagine Tarek's reaction to that. Word.
one's there. What call do you make?
Huh?
I was just thinking of the call he
Yeah,
makes. One
I'm dead.
is
I am dead.
Team Midi walled me. It's actually a pretty common effort to make, so he knew probably instantly.
The angle of his keyboard is crazy. Elige's is straight. So he's got his mouse pad off the edge of the table. Some relief from the corner of the table.
And he's doing me dirty. Okay, there we go. There's the good posture. I was like, God damn it, where's the good posture? Compliment all tournament.
He does, even when he walks, he like bounces off his toes. He looks like
Yeah.
he's ready to karate kick you at all times. As a former black belt himself. No one believes me when I say that. I was like, ask the man himself.
He's a former black belt.
Like, still black belt, I guess.
Well, yeah, that makes sense. He's been downgraded. I never went to grades. I was always just a white belt. I was a pleb, karate pleb. I was like, what's the point in all these katas? Then I got into a fight and just blocked everything like a beast. So, oh, okay.
No,
Like,
I
I
am
stopped
the
doing
belt.
it by then. I stopped doing it by then.
Ooh, the cheeky boost there coming out ladder, and it's going to be an explosive play, but C9 ready. Automatic still aware of the Ivy Lurk probability from Twist.
Really trying to abuse these AKs, but not quite working out for them. Cloud9 have 2 AKs of their own. On Russian Stewie. Now what do you do? 3 versus 5. Your initial attempts have failed.
You're kind of prodded, and they're going to throw this flash to try to get a pick from ladder to bomb train, I think. But outside that, it's hard to overcommit at this point. Go for that fight, but if you progress right now into your Liege, you're going to not have a trade frag. So it's good by him to kind of stay a little back.
Yeah, he'll get traded. And he's Twist, trying to do what he can, but he won't find anything in time.
You know one thing that we don't see anymore? B splits from CT connector from ladder room.
Oh, yeah. SK did it a couple times on, like, weird force buys. You know, where they throw wall smoke outside and go through it to Z.
I think it's one of those plays kind of like going Ivy to backside. Like, you can do it, but there's so many, like, potential ways to lose the round in the way.
It sounds really sick in theory.
Yeah, no, like it is super sick for sure. But like
but
you're saying,
you end up fighting like 18 people.
yeah,
on the way.
exactly. odds of it happening is just like
I think one of the
Tough.
cooler ones I saw was...
here's a bracket. Now it's gone.
Okay, they should have back. I think one of the cool versions I saw of it was, it might have even been SK or Mortals to do it, where they throw the 3 bomb train smokes, and immediately 2 guys like B-hop down lower, but the other 3 did come down ladder.
Yeah.
One of the first guys with the best spawns goes down ladder, and they just walk out ladder through the Z smokes, the bomb train smokes, while the 2 guys are like doing like a prod inner. And it's kind of cool because it keeps the Z guy from kind of.
So something I did see though recently is, you know how teams go inner on pistol on their T pistol and they throw like the Z smoke and like the deep lane smoke? Yeah. So instead of pushing up inner, they all run up sidewalk and go through the Z smoke to outside.
Yeah.
Who did that? Because I was watching that.
I seen that too recently.
Someone versus C9 maybe even.
I don't know. Whoever did it, it worked. Like it's not like the shot failed.
Creativity. I remember the amount of different strats. I'm sure you had the same thing, Robin. Playing on a team when you're sitting in a server, you're like, wait, guys, what if we did this? And then you're like, no. Someone on the team is the logical one. They're like, oh, shut up,
Listen,
stop talking.
It's not going to work, all right? Robert used to have a lot of ideas. Obviously, not the brightest person, you know? So
Wow.
Oh,
Damn.
wow.
Throwing shade.
Quite
Throwing
obviously.
shade.
I was
Not the sharpest tool in the
towards-
box.
Obviously, he got shut down quite a few times. Most of the times when you make a call like that, your game leader have some objections, maybe. Unless
Robin's just
nothing else
mad
is
because he went bowling last night. Probably bowled a 20.
I didn't actually end up going.
Oh no.
Yeah, I
really?
changed my mind as soon as I came down again.
Got
I
to
was
the
like, what
bottom
am I
of the
doing?
stairs.
What
Oh,
am I
look,
doing
there
with
is my
life?
bed.
Yeah. I was like, no. I think it's just better to go up to room, order some Taco Bell.
Yeah, I was going to say, I saw you walking back with that bag of Taco Bell.
Yeah,
the other
I ate
night,
one taco.
Looking so happy.
$28 worth of Taco Bell. He ate 1 taco.
You know, sometimes you just like it just sounds better than what it was. You know?
Yeah.
Eyes are bigger than your stomach.
No, I was really tired. I don't even know how you stayed awake for that.
Another standard round here. Looks from both sides, huh, James?
Yes. I'm stretching. Sorry, you keep talking.
Okay, all right. I'll keep going.
Oh, that's good, man.
Deep
It's a long
stretch.
stretch.
Sorry.
C9 here with a pretty standard play. You'll see as long as they... that's interesting. Normally when they have 4 outside, they'll be double E-box. So this is a unique setup from C9 as far as my history with them goes. You don't normally see them play passive, but they do have the Z boost here and the double op. So that's probably why. No reason to fight aggressively alone when you have that distance. Just use your nades, add so. They're definitely expecting this ladder pop. They're going to take cover right away, and you'll see Tarek and Tyler try to go to town here.
Oh, here
They're
come the
automatic.
grenades. Pretty much closing the distance pretty quickly, but that's the bomb bouncing all the way to Automatic's feet.
Wow.
But he'll get picked off, leaving Stewie and Skadoodle. We've got flying T's coming out, expectant of Skadoodle's position, leaving Stewie alone. He knows where one player is, tries to face the second, but he shows too much shoulder, and down he goes.
I feel like C9 is pretty mad after that.
I thought C9 was going to destroy them that round.
Like, I like Liquid's, like not too big exec. The guys out ladder kind of caught him off guard and scaled quickly, but C9 got the first couple kills. I was like, oh, heck yeah.
Whoever threw that molly on C9 on the left wall, so that way they were forced out into Tim's cross, that molly
That
right
was
there.
Tarek, I think.
That was super smart, because the only thing Tim can't see is someone coming up on that wall.
Yep, that's the only route they have to kind of hide from Tim, so Tarek with
Once
the
I saw
heads
that
up.
molly, I was like, no way does C9 lose this round.
Tyler missing that kind of shot right in front of him would have created a 2v2 and a chance for him to win, but still surprising. Automatic about to do his best Fallen impression here, James.
Yes, but he died, Jordan, unfortunately for him. Dead now, of course. 4 versus 5. Liquid with plenty of time on the clock. Tarek knows somebody's teasing him up the ladder. Oh, lovely timing from Elige, but will he be ready for Rush? He's slowly creeping in. Oh, his teammate will go down. The flashbang's perfect, and Cloud9 start to fight back.
Was that a team flash over team mid that just hit them in ladder?
I have no idea. Steal and Twist remain. Now it's just Twist. And Molotov has given his position away. He has been compromised by his own person. Diagonal spray from Rush. More of a square spray, really, for the football fans.
Jordan, how many rounds does Cloud9 think they
I
need to win?
was actually, that's so funny, having the same thought. I was going to, I'll say, I think when they reach 6 just there, that gives them so much more confidence. Staying at 5 is kind of disheartening because, you know, even if you have the ultimate 3-0 piston round start with big money, you're still down by 1 round. But 6 rounds right here gives C9 a lot of confidence, even though normally on CT you want to get double digits. when you're at this level, you can't have that kind of that volatile of a mindset. You need to be ready to be in these situations where you're down 6-9 and your back's against the wall. So C9 still has a lot of confidence, relatively speaking, and I think with 6, that is enough for them to focus on that pistol. And obviously Liquid could run away with it second half, but 16-9 would be the same as if. Anyways, yeah. Thought there.
Well, this is not going well for Team Liquid. Last round of the first half, flashbangs galore, everybody's blind. Team kill. Rush taken out by Stewie. Automatic and Skadoodle. Automatic surely has the sound cues, and Skadoodle is positioned accordingly. The welcoming party, he's out there. But he will also know they're not going in his direction. So can Automatic react in time? Automatic next to the main position. They haven't gone up the stairs, so they're either outside main, although it doesn't really make sense for him to go outside and just stand around, so they're probably going towards Ivy. And he's positioned for that, and Skadoodle starting to reposition. They've set up a bait, essentially. Skadoodle can hold the angle, and Automatic can clean up afterwards. If Elise tries to move quickly, he will surely get cut down. Surely he jumps past the angle and gets wrecked by Automatic. He doesn't have time to rotate without just giving the sound cue away. So what does he do? Where's the second play? There's the jump to avoid Skadoodle, and there's Automatic to clean up. Great presence of mind by the final Cloud9 players.
Great comeback from Cloud9 as well.
Yeah, really good play
start.
that last round. Honestly, like how Tim got all the info to push him mid. Tyler's up in white walls, has the flank. Instantly know they're going back to Ivy. And Liquid was screwed at that point.
I feel like, I don't know if this is some kind of pattern to be observed, but I feel like every time I see like a 2v2 on train, the T's just go around the whole map to Ivy.
Yeah. I feel like it's been that way since like 1.6.
Yeah, it just comes around though to where like 4 or 5 late round situations, the guy's like, I think if I go Ivy, they won't expect it. I don't know if they might have heard something though, honestly, like to be that zoned in, because normally you'd see maybe Tyler get a little insecure and hold teammate, but they were pretty confident. Must have heard something.
Half time.
See what they got going for us. What was the SK Liquid half?
On train, I think it was 9-6. It was 9-6.
13-2?
On train, it was
13-2 was
9-6.
Cabo, right?
13-2 was called. It was 9-6. SK got 6 on their CT.
That's right. That's right.
Rush and Nafly, 15 kills each, leading the charge for their respective teams.
Oh, Nitro's just looking into our souls.
Yeah. It's like he knew.
Married man. He got married in the last year, didn't he?
I believe so.
Yes.
Congratulations to him.
Hey Tim, we're here.
We out there.
Crack.
I think there's a pause.
I think you're right.
I think so.
It does look like there is a pause.
I feel like we're food calling over here, boys.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think we're gonna have to start chugging some monsters here.
I'm good, man. I see. We had tacos, right? But I don't do tacos. It's not something I do. So I just take the fish from the taco and eat the fish.
Oh, so you like
because
fish
it's
and
like
chips?
fish. It's like UK fish and chips. Yeah, it's really good.
So what? You just had the fish and like some nachos or something?
But you want fries or your chips normally, right?
Yeah.
Fish and fries.
Well, chips
fish
is
and
fries,
chips,
yeah.
not fish and
I
fries.
see,
Yeah,
I got it now.
how
I'm just
dare
trying to
you.
translate for the people who don't see it.
Yeah.
No, I'm just down with the fish, man. The fries, they're too often just bad. Fries are very easily done terrible.
Do you eat a lot
James, you sound
of
like a picky
salt
eater.
and vinegar?
I don't eat crap like Twinkies. I mean, what can I say?
James,
Is that,
do you
is
like
that
to
picky?
put salt and vinegar on your fries?
Don't mind a bit of vinegar, yeah.
That is
Yeah.
good.
It
Some-
is
That is
really
very
good. I was like, when I first heard about that, I was like, I don't know about that.
Yeah.
I tried. It's like, great.
Yeah.
And it's proper mwah, mate.
Yeah. When I do eat like regular chips, that's the flavor I go for now.
I like jalapeno flavor
Yeah,
too.
those are also really good.
You know what my shit lately has been? Just late night salsa and jalapenos.
Salsa
Straight
and
up.
jalapenos.
Just like on a
Wait.
chip.
Oh.
I just poured them out.
That was pretty good. Yeah.
No, I thought you were like dipping the
Dipping a
jalapeno
jalapeno in
salsa.
salsa. That's what
I
I
can
thought
do
too.
that too.
Oh
yeah.
god,
Yeah.
I was outside an Asian restaurant. I was eating outside, and there was this like guy who I think was just high as hell, who came along and just grabbed a soy sauce from one of the tables and just like poured it into his mouth.
Oh.
Ooh.
I don't know
That's,
what drug really would enable you to want to do that.
Probably not.
T-Pistol
Probably
going
on
live here.
them Twinkies, man.
Are we going to see... Sean, what if they run the strat you talked about? They got 2 smokes. They got a couple flashes. We can see a Z split to
Then
outside.
we would know that they can hear the casters. We need to do something about it, Jordan. It's time to play good cop, bad
On
cop.
the ground reporting. That would honestly be the best segment. Get us off the couch. Just get us 2 mics and just annoy the fuck out of the players.
Oh, do it, Steele. He's waiting. He's waiting. He's a patient man. That HE.
Dude, they're kind of setting up for it.
It would be the dankest timeline.
Or no, they're falling. So let's see here. No, this is so what they like to do in this one a lot, and I don't know if they're gonna commit to it. Tarek will get a little contact. I don't know, but they're gonna smoke back 6 and sandwich, and then they flash through it. So nope, Tyler's throwing what I think is a bomb trainer Z smoke.
Yeah, it's like back bomb.
And that's an interesting one. Nitro, unable to get anything out of that situation. The numbers game working out well for Cloud9 in the early round. Skadoodle finishing things off there as well. P250 onto Tarek. But Stewie will do the job. And there's Steele. There's the information known now. Still on that HE grenade. They're just going to rotate towards the B-bomb site. They will take minimal risks. He has a kit. Still
Does
doable.
this count?
They reverse split. That's an interesting take to throw that bomb train smoke. I still don't understand it because normally people...
Well, it's because they had no one really coming out ladder. They were pushing up this lane, looking like a bunch of gazelles, you know, just
Does
jumping.
people really come from old bomb? Yeah, maybe. I guess if the guy's like back
But it wasn't
bomb...
even pushed. The smoke wasn't even pushed in towards the old bomb train either.
Yeah, it was just kind of floating under the cubby.
Yeah.
I know Liquid has been known to do like the one guy heaven, one guy bomb, one guy back bomb, one guy Ivy.
I know you're a huge fan of just throwing random smokes because it'll confuse the hell out of people. At the
Exactly.
pro level CS, you're like, what could they possibly use this for? And really, you don't have any plan for it at all.
They're sitting there staring at a smoke. I'm halfway to the other side. Yeah.
Forrest used to always want to throw away his nades.
Really?
Didn't like nades at
Yeah,
all.
I got over that pretty early in like probably 2015
Yeah.
where we had some early go ideas. I was like, this might work, and the longer the game was out.
Sometimes in scrims, I'll just throw a smoke at a random spot just to see how teams react.
CT side, it's super powerful.
Yeah.
When they're hitting a site and you throw like a smoke to cut
Just
a
really
lane
open.
out,
Yeah.
people get real confused. You saw who was that Nico and Heroic when people would hit B on Mirage. He was just like dropping a smoke under the window where people jump out. So when people drop, they're just like in a cloud of smoke. And while we're rambling about ourselves, we got
We got a pick.
4 versus 4 situation here. Cloud9's going to take the inside bomb site, and Twist going to look to do a little damage, and he might be able to get a chance. And Elige playing too much StarCraft, not enough Deagle, which is now a game in its own. Oh, Tarek. Yes.
They're both low though.
One's in chat.
Did you not hear that he dropped?
Oh!
What?
My God.
Tarek deserves a nice shoulder rub.
You just heard a little click there. For sure, he asked for HP.
Oh yeah, the little that's
Yes.
that's the chat, right?
It's definitely an HP call.
HP 1.
HP.
That's a face palm.
EP.
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 Wow, great round by Tarek then. What? How? What?
That
Land.
was a really good play.
Oh, they got the chat there. That's a compromise for not being able to show it. Thanks, Observer. Nitro. Hold mouse 1 there. Skadoodle trying to get his gun away, but already a lot of damage done on the C9 guys here with Stu already at 28 HP, and their normal entry fraggers are going to have to become the lurker as Rush and Tarek have the most HP and the nades. That's a combo I guess we could have if they go into eco after this roundabout, like low HP guy being the last in versus first in. Like it seems like even at a pro level there's differing opinions.
Yeah.
I think it totally depends on the situation. Like if you
It
know
really
he's
does.
there, yeah, 1 HP guy jumps up first. But if you have no idea where he is, you know, if you're going like 2 apps on Inferno, for example, you know he's on A site. For example,
What about
like
you
a
have a
1
low
HP
HP
guy
guy
just run out.
in a 5v4 advantage and you want to go B Mirage? Do you send that low HP guy in first thinking that
I
he's just
would
going to die?
I would put him on a lurk roll.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
I think
think
in
so
that
too.
thing, like hiding back mid or something.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
Because then you could actually get a kill by just being in an annoying spot.
Because there's just so much utility being thrown as well. It's that one little weird nade and you just take the damage, you die, right? So.
Another force buy here, right? From C9? Well, Tim doesn't have armor. Yep, but full force buy. He must have. So confident that Deeg, and for good reason, Tim
Ouch.
has that stable A and Rain too. We were talking about Rain's mouse yesterday. He uses that Q-pad, and I was saying,
What?
Tyler just not. Oh, I thought that was a headshot, but what is happening? I don't know why they thought that those peaks were good. Peculiar around here is you would normally see maybe a head stack on the right side, like one on trash, one below, and they double peek. But Tyler must have got caught. You don't normally see people make that mistake, knowing that they're exposed at an angle. So interesting. Welcome back, James.
Thank you.
Got some gin and juice in there? Kidding. We don't have any gin.
We do have juice though.
We do have juice.
What do you call them? Something a juice box.
Juice box, yep.
Well then, there is the man himself, Scott Onglers, getting his squats on. That's interesting. Interesting. Just a slight glimpse into the life of Prius.
Full eco here.
Upskirt shot.
Not even a flashback.
Prius, also known as Japanese sex shop.
So
Cloud9 on the glance.
I was going to ask Sean a question since we're on an eco. And this kind of matchup, if you're the in-game leader and you're like, you're C9 here and you're going into a map like Train, or just a BO5 in general, how much prep and anti you're going to try to run across the board? Because BO3 is much more manageable, but BO5, it's almost overwhelming.
Yeah, I don't think you can really look much into it. You can maybe talk about map you know that Liquid for sure wants to play like Train. Outside of that, yeah, you just gotta play your own game.
And I wanted to bring that up because I think some of the specs are probably watching this match and it doesn't feel like either team. And I think something that happens in CS, especially in like BO5s, or when you know the team well, is you don't have as good of a plan this late in the tournament that's as decisive maybe. I know something that C9's been doing a really good job of in the best of threes this year is they upped their philosophy from just playing like the first pistol and first gun to like 5 to 7 rounds. And we started doing that a little at the end, but they normally have like a pretty good first 5 or 6 rounds that kind of carries them in, and I think that's a little different in this best of 5 today. I think they have more of a generalized idea, and for some of the people watching, I think that's might be why this match looks a little different there.
Yeah, it's really hard to come into a best of 5, 7 rounds planned for every half.
With only a couple hours last night to prepare,
Not even that, right? Because you would have to do 2 teams, because Cloud9
could have played SK.
Yeah.
They probably were expecting to play SK, and that's actually probably more of an important point in this case.
Now then. Bomb outside main. A number of people around at pop dog position. 2-man stack. Oh, the Molotov though. Get back up there. That's a nice response.
You know what's really fun is having the set Molotov that goes above ladder too. So when you throw that one, they've never used it, but they have it. I know C9 knows them.
1 minute mark. They kind of have pop dog secured. Cloud9. Nafly is exposed though. Somebody needs to cover that angle. Okay, he will focus on that now. Oh, that pop flash though. Elysian with delayed entry, but the trades will be in favor of Cloud9. 4-on-4, just under a minute remaining. And the bomb has not been spotted just yet. Liquid do not have information towards Ivy. They do not have information towards main. So they'll keep it in a 2-2 setup. So this is now moving over towards B bomb site where the bomb still hasn't been spotted, but there are so many people there. You've got to bank on that rotation. Automatic with the 2K1 player by Connector on the low ground now. And Twist coming in from CT. Bomb not planted just yet. No grenades for the CT side. Got to deliver the kills, and that's a big one because now that bomb needs to be collected. But that's an even bigger one from Automatic, continuing to wreck balls in this round, and he'll get the 4K as well.
Wow.
I thought very understated with that trade by Tarek
Yeah,
in ladder room.
Yeah.
So the second he heard that flash, he was probably above ladder, and he was like, I gotta
Quick
get this
switch
trade.
drop.
and he just went right down there to get that
Yep.
trade. He didn't stay up there, and just be like, oh, I really hope Stick gets this kill.
That's why it's fun casting all the players. I feel like we were all thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
Like, right away, I was like, attaboy.
That was literally the round-winning play.
The peanut looking more like an almond.
Or what did you say it was yesterday, Jordan?
That was poetic, James. What are you talking about?
You said
Oh,
something other-
volleyball?
Volleyball. We're
I
going.
was like, what is this stupid sport? I was like, listen, James.
That confused me. That's like a big ball, you know. That's a reasonably
It's
sized ball.
spherical, yet large and firm.
Timeout
Wait,
again.
what are we talking about?
Peanut brains? No, the revenge frag that Tarek did.
Talking about
I actually think that's something also the SK has been, or Cloud9 has been getting a lot better at, even during the major, to just make sure that if students
Nice.
are going down there, like you said,
Get
if
that
Tarek
finger in
doesn't
there.
jump down, chance are they just lose that round. Just the fact that he drops down, it just helps his teammate, even if Stu ends up going down.
And that's
getting that.
why, like, positioning and like setting up spacing is so big. And Sean and James over here holding each other's hand on the couch. Whoa, what was that?
Who is this?
That's Launders and
Well, you guys are flirting
Yeah,
now.
dude,
Robin,
I
I
was,
think.
I was holding, I was grabbing his ass for like 5 solid minutes or some shit.
I
it's a
can't
great
focus.
shot from Nitro. Sorry, they're just looking at the Baywatch outtakes. Twist trying to deliver that second kill, but it's still in a good position. Liquid. It's a team
That's the
flash.
second
Oh
team flash.
boy!
That's the second team flash from Liquid that I've seen
Elite was out there, man.
with a little self-savo, and we out there, as Tyler would say.
And he is by E-Box Tyler with a UMP. He is ill-equipped for the task at hand.
Looks like Liquid's gonna give him the plant though. They have a molly for Z potentially.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you creep up on bomb train, that Molly Z goes a long way.
But
They're
will
not
they
aware of the
expect
boost. Sean, you wanna just?
Oh.
Oh, there's a spam we were talking about on day one.
Yep.
Steel Liga
Games Academy.
Games Academy.
I don't know what he
Oh, is
last
that what
E
it
is
stands for?
Yep, GA, I think.
I don't think it's normally Steel with an E on the end. That's Doodle trying to do his best. I think it's normally the normal Steel GA, which I would presume is Games Academy.
That's
But
what I thought.
I don't know
I
what
didn't
the
know
extra
that.
E is for. E Games Academy.
Some people have the name. I've seen Steel, if that ends with an E. So maybe his best childhood's friend name, and that's his alias in honor of him, James.
There's only one Steel I can think of with an E on the end.
Daniel? Danielle Steele?
No,
It's not.
no. A different one. I'll tell you afterwards. Tell you during
Oh.
the break.
I have a feeling.
think
Yeah,
I got
one
it.
of those.
Yeah.
It's one of those. All right.
See
Well-
down an eco here, baby. They're gonna win it, because that's the state of this match so far.
With nothing.
Yeah, with absolutely nothing. Tim's gonna walk out mid, kill 2. Oh no, he's gonna walk up Ivy. He's gonna kill this guy through the smoke. Watch. Ooh.
Ooh, a little bit of a tickle.
Ice cube
Little
down the
brush on
back.
the pants. Tarek, what are you doing there? You have a Glock.
Jumping around.
He just wants him to throw more nades at him. He's
making
like,
some
hey guys,
noise.
I'm here. Molly me. And that's what you'd hope for, even though there's not too many rounds left on the half to do much to their money. You would rather drain it as much as possible with the low chance of getting a kill. Tim, the only one with a real chance of getting a long distance kill, but the P250 on Rush could be a good chance to trade. Right here, going inside is very tough. It's almost like you're just trying to catch like a random moment to just literally B-hop and get one guy in the bomb down. You're not really having just get that one kill and hurry, get the bomb down. Their job is done now. Oh, that nade is not going to help.
Oh! Could have been 2, it was just 1, but that'll do.
Oh, and he walled him. What?
Wait, what?
No. That was someone. It was just in the corner of the train, I think. That wasn't the. You saw the second to last kill.
No, the bomb trainer got walled. The guy naded was standing still. The bomb planter was on the top middle train. Watch. Wait, do we not
Yeah,
have
but
it?
we're watching
Nade kills the
Nitro.
bomb.
No, not this one. Watch. And then they got hop headshot through the wall.
I think he was just Z.
Oh, okay.
You know how you can see
through the
head?
yellow
Yeah,
corner
yeah,
of
it
the
was
train.
back.
You can
Yeah.
see his head probably going up to the bomb train.
Brains just exploded simultaneously.
I'm about to finish this coffee. Double push coming inside from Liquid.
Good call, Jordan.
Steel getting the off angle. That's pretty common these days. Tarek looking aware. They're going to creep down here. And are they going to expect it? Stu. Tarek again with the good trade frag here. Not hurry to go inside. He knows the CTs could have a third one there. And he guesses correctly as he holds backs in the showers.
The almond levels up to a Brazil nut.
Clean some of the blood of the Brazilian off of him. Don't want the Zika. Somehow chat's gonna make that racist, but I was purely talking about blood.
Just regionally based.
Regionally based. We're all in
Nothing to
America.
do with cultures.
4 vs 3. Tyler holding Ivy here smartly. There's not much to need to happen. In 1 minute and 7 seconds left in the round. See if they give you anything and then regroup. Something I like here is there has to be one guy inner. A little bit of a prod.
3 choke points on outside, 1 guy inner. So something's open here.
A little bit of a prod and then a creep out outside is normally pretty good. And then the guy who prods just comes ladder late. And if they stay outside.
Hello.
See, and having the double ops is just a hard thing to deal with right there for C9. Because if he doesn't have an ops either, they get out mid and they have chances to trade. But Liquid, using their weapons efficiently.
Rush has got much to do. 27 seconds. Bomb must be retrieved. See the CTs moving around for position on the bomb. Impossible for him to plant. He must. Ooh. Ooh, this is going to be interesting. Does he hold? No, he doesn't hold. He doesn't hold. Oh.
It's peculiar. Naf has been dancing in fire the last couple rounds.
3v5. What would you have liked to see them do different there?
I don't know. I guess knowing that one guy's probably inner right away. Not as, I don't know. I don't know if they knew they had the double op still, but like knowing if they have a double op, what is he going to be doing? One of them's got to be outside, either holding like back Ivy or Z. So
Yeah,
I think maybe just like not walking out mid late, like.
It's a hard call.
Because is the guy really going to play close team mid? And if he is walking mid,
Action! Only the one kill. Doesn't get time to throw the Molotov out steal. And there are players spotted on the bomb site. Good Doodles coming in from the back. Just about gets the kill onto Elige. That's high ground advantage for them. Really important with the man advantage as well. Braid won't do much of anything. Automatic up close, and this is awkward for the last 2 CTs. This match is not over yet. Nafman delivering 1 kill, but how on earth do they win this? Surely they can't commit to this with 2 AWPs. They're still moving forward though. Automatic looking to flank, and surely weapons are simply going to be lost and not much else. Correct! Somebody tweeted and said, Steel's Nick is not about Games Academy. It is more like the Zero in Cold Zero Nick, so he puts the Lega on the end.
That makes sense.
So Steel Lega.
James, I have a question. You've casted tons of games. Where's the place where pros throw the worst nades? Because I think rotating to inner and trying to nade like around the bomb train area, I see the worst nades. Like nades hitting the back wall like we just saw all the time.
Yeah.
People misjudge that distance more than almost anything, I feel like.
I think there's 2 ways to look at worst nades. One would be because of the nades in the game, and one would be because of the throw.
Yeah.
So for the nades in the game, it would be the boost on cash, because a high explosive specifically almost never does anything, even if somebody's sat there and it just almost looks like it lands on their head.
Yeah.
Sometimes it'll do like 5 damage or something. The worst ones people throw though, well, the worst one is when Scream threw a HE in T-spawn of train to try and get rid of it, and it bounced back and did like 60 damage to all of his teammates. That was
time
astounding.
actually did damage.
Yeah, that was hilarious. But in general, I would need to think about that. I'm not sure.
Can't hear you yet.
Down mid Inferno, Robin is saying.
That's true. That does.
We need to unmute Robin.
Well, as long as it comes down mid, then it will do damage. Yeah. But no, it never does damage because you have to, like what we saw like 2 days ago, those sick nades that kept on going down there.
Was that north?
Yeah,
North.
North.
You have
was
to throw
sick,
them
right?
so they like one
yeah,
hop off
exactly.
the
I gotta
ground
bounce a little bit.
That was epic.
Yeah, you don't see that. Otherwise, you just see like random nades down mid, just winging it. Never does any like a whole lot of damage.
That's an interesting question.
All pistols on Liquid.
Another one that I felt like people missed so many times was flashbangs up on catwalk on those Dust 2.
Short of the corner.
Yeah, the off angle, like
Yeah.
people.
And their team run around the corner backwards, like I got it.
Yeah. No, I like when Dusty was still in play, and I used to play catwalk with an off angle sometimes. I would never be flashed because they would always just throw it too far.
Mouse sports were perfect with those flashes there. That was one team who had a flashbang exhibition on their T side. Cloud9 cutting out these pistoling players of Team Liquid. Only so much they can do, which is not much on this occasion. There it is. 2 rounds now between the 2 sides again. Cloud9 started a map up because they're in the winner's bracket. Liquid looking to tie the score on the first map in the series.
Yeah.
Odds obviously in the favor of Cloud9 here, but Liquid is the map, or Train is the map Liquid is hoping to get off them early. You know, they have some chances, but Mirage is next, right?
Yep.
And C9 just looking too world class on it. Liquid would have to get both pistols and quite a bit of momentum probably to take on that one.
I actually thought Liquid played him pretty well on Cash the last time, right? Did
Yeah.
No, you mean Mirage.
Or I'm sorry, Mirage. Mirage. That's
16,
what I meant
what
to
did I
say.
say?
Yes.
11. Yeah, actually, it wasn't too bad. 9-6 half, I think.
Stu doing his best rank S impression here as last week we saw him literally do the same rush on Reddit and get 5. This time he opts to go back alley after getting a double kill here. Round is all but sealed for Cloud9 here as Liquid's forced to fall back. That rush is pretty much standard these days on Train, and it's pretty hard to stop if your pre-nades as CT aren't pristine and you're aware of the lanes you got to watch. It's so easy to get caught by one flash and then your teammate gets owned because of it.
Oh, and the CTs. There's a Liege and CT spawn. Mining, collecting gas, ready to come back later.
What was it? Was he a Protoss?
I don't know.
Do you know, James?
I don't know.
Maybe a DT rush next round.
I
Where's
miss watching
Smix?
StarCraft. I used to subscribe to MLG to watch StarCraft.
I would just cheese people like Cannon Rush, DT Rush, Steal Gas, fight people with probes.
I don't even remember. I don't know all these terms.
I tried a probe rush and I failed.
I can't imagine that would go too well.
It's on the internet somewhere.
All I've ever tried is a probe. Sorry.
Sorry.
Don't need to be a giraffe when the fruit's that low. Jesus. Well, we have a pause, people. We don't know why there's a pause, but a pause there is. I don't know if there's like some weapons on the floor here for Team Liquid, so I'm not really sure what they're working with. Show me what you're working with.
So we have a special guest here. Kidding. We don't.
You're an idiot.
Fallen came back. No, he didn't. They lied to me.
Man advantage.
feel like we
Not
spoiled
man
one too
advantage.
many
Round
times.
advantage for Liquid. What?
I feel like we've spoiled a lot this week.
Yeah, someone. Yeah, so did they show our Baywatch clip yet? Who said that? Like the first day.
That was me. No, that was yesterday.
Was
Well,
it?
the reason why is because obviously people already know. Like one of the photographs from when we're holding the Bowie
Yeah,
was up
true.
there, you know. Even the intro, Jordan.
That's true.
Yeah. So I feel like I didn't really spoil too much.
I don't. I think no one could have been prepared for that anyway.
Yeah, probably not.
No, definitely not. I was prepared for the inadequate fit of the clothing.
Someone told me, James, that he's a specialist in running. If you need some help fixing that.
I think
Hello.
Alicia's brother answered me. He's a Terran,
Terran. Oh.
so we can judge him. 'Cause
He's playing the white people.
Whoa. No, wait. Isn't the general not white? The little screen you see, like when you're talking to people.
I don't
I
remember.
don't
It's been
know.
too long.
I'm curious now. So, someone out there knows. While we wait for this round to develop, tweet us. Is it just white people on Terran and StarCraft? Things we need to know.
Very important question.
3 men in main for Team Liquid. The bomb is separated from most of the team. You wonder, Cloud9, there are 40 seconds left. This is kind of an eco round. There were weapons saved, but they are running the clock down really badly. So they're looking for a fake, it seems. 3 players creeping up Ivy, 30-second mark. And ever so slowly they start to move in. But they're not pulling rotation of everybody. They're going for, oh, this is old school. They're going towards the B bomb site. But Elise is creeping. Oh my god, that could have been everything, but it turned out to be nothing. And now they can't stop the bomb from going down. You so rarely see that play come out.
We were talking about that earlier, how it's not that great of a play on full gun rounds, but in this particular case, they didn't know where the M4s could be, so they chose 2 groupings and to kind of run the wide routes there. It's pretty rare to see the M4s play back Ivy on a round like that, right? They're trying to make a presence and hold inner maybe or get close to mid. So actually, a pretty intelligent call from C9.
Pretty cool call. I always like when you do that split, you don't let the other team know, that you have Brown Hall or that you have any intention of going inner. So that way they stack the outside bomb site, and then you just roll backside as quick as possible. We getting stream snipe, Jordan?
What's going on here?
14 apiece.
Valens has the stream open. He's like, that's a good call, boys. It's funny how people claim like people are stream sniping in matches at home. I'm like, yeah, if you have 6 monitors, why not have the stream up on one muted? And if they pause, you check the money. Why not?
That's true.
You don't even have to
Nothing
do
against
that
it.
anymore, as long as you can just have HLTV up for live scoreboard.
Yeah.
'Cause then at least you don't have to wait for the stream, If you're just
Oh
looking at
my
money.
god.
Robin is revolutionizing the cheating game.
Yeah.
The gray area of cheating in CSGO.
Tim here, something to pay attention if we stay on his POV. What he does good is watch he'll rotate every couple seconds and then turn. This is the way that he eliminates timing from the flashes, and then he'll turn again and he'll come back. He takes a little bit of the randomness out of holding this spot by giving himself higher odds of not getting blind. So he holds, rotates, and then watches for the shadow on the feet here. Has someone to walk in. Very hard to catch him off guard there.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Yeah. And the way he
game.
moves, too. He moves out when
Yep.
he's peeking, and then he goes back in when he's turning. So
People always ask how you get better, and that's one of the best parts about being on a
Oh,
team.
oh,
And Tyler
killed
got the
it.
guy in
Oh
the
my
back
god.
in a Flusha-esque fashion there. Tyler, what kind of mouse are you using,
We
bud?
want to see that in a 100% replay. See if it jiggled, Wobbly aim.
2 versus 4. Cloud9 can still collect the bomb. Left in a passive position. Must be collected by Stewie. I will not lose. IWNL.
IWNL. Someone hit me up on an email the other day and they made shirts for IWNL. I was like, Brax better be getting some royalties. Stu in a very possible 1 versus 3 as the team is all far. The Molotov, though, not quite the one he wanted as it hit the pull up there, not pushing the guy back Z. And by the time he plants, he's probably going to be running into multiple crossfires here as the Ivy guy is going to spot him. Fake plant, pretty smart here. If he can get this kill, he can go inside, but he won't be able to, as the StarCraft master himself has enough units to take him down. And the finishing of that statement I was going to say a second ago is it's a nice part about joining a team for those of you who want to get better is, oh my goodness.
What was that?
Can we slow-mo here? What?
Wait,
what?
I think he was just still moving and just
Oh.
fired
Yeah,
the gun.
no. Yeah, he was for sure.
I don't think he aimed at
So
anyone.
insane.
He just fired. He just fired. He
Oh
was trying to hit
my
Nav.
god.
you take those. You
About
take those,
Kermit
boys.
That's hilarious.
Oh my god.
Very rarely you actually see that.
Tarek doing his best Chris J impression here as he gets out middle. And we were talking about this play as well yesterday, and you can kind of avoid the Z guy right away to pick the Ivy guy. And they're running all over Team Liquid here, and it looks like it's going to be overtime as Steelega is the last player alive for Team Liquid.
You got the answer, James.
About
On Twitter.
okay, let me have a look.
Overtime. I feel like we've seen this again already today.
Okay. I didn't want to keep talking over the round, so I'll finish my point now. It's a good part. I would say you guys might agree, too, when you start playing and trying to join a team if you want to get better. Even if it's not your end-all, be-all team, you end up learning from your teammates. And like that thing Tim did there, I remember when he did it Team Mid, I was like supporting him one round, and I noticed he was doing that. I was like, oh, that's pretty smart. Like I've done similar things, but he has like a timing with it. So the more people you play with and get to know in Counter-Strike, the more you're going to pick up little tidbits and help each other learn.
For sure.
Okay, there are some brothers in the Terran army.
What does the brothers do, James?
Don't know, man.
Wait, what is that picture? That's not Terran.
Oh,
that was
this
definitely
oh
not the Terran race.
no. This is my friend sent me.
This is a
We went to a
picture.
mixed martial arts event ages ago. Got a signed picture with Dan Seven.
Ah.
Yeah, it's just random.
James is browsing Facebook.
No, my friend messaged me. He's like, "Are these your keys?" I'm like, yeah, those are the keys to my shotgun cabinet. I gave him. I keep them off site, so yeah. But he lost them, so but he found them again. Anyway,
That's nice.
it is 15 apiece. We are in overtime in the first map, even though it's technically the second one. Cloud9 are 1-0 up at the moment. Winners bracket advantage. 3 sniper rifles on the field at the moment. Cloud9 clearing up a B. Liquid playing close to connector bomb train with 2 players around the A site. How fast will this play be? Tarek willing to respect the smoke for now, backing up. Had a decision to make. Does he charge down? Does he go up? But he stays with the team. They've got time on the clock. They will wait for that smoke to go. And here come the grenades from the T side. It looks like Steel's going to play ahead of these grenades, close to the bomb train. Got a nice angle, and he manages to abuse it. Whose smoke is that? Makes it pretty hard for them to take the bomb site. Where do they go now? The bomb's still at the back. It's turning into absolute madness. Steel playing around the smoke, but there's one behind him. Forcing his way through Skadoodle, but can't pick the right timing. 3 versus 2. This could still spin around. Steel getting taken down. Now it's automatic versus 2. Oh, that was close. He's being teased. Collecting the bomb automatic. That flash doing God's work. Oh, the bomb's still on the floor. Can he see the bomb?
He's tried to pick up the bomb 3 times.
There it is, bomb planted. Seems that Liquid weren't sure what was going on there.
There's a
player going back
Molotov,
to
so
A.
he could potentially single these guys out. Ooh.
Yeah, I guess the only issue with the Molotov there is it gives away your
Yeah.
position, and you can
He
kind of.
did a good job lurking around the train. He didn't need it.
Yeah, I was gonna say one of the things Liquid did well there, and it's easy to see a lot of tier 2 teams mess this up, is when you're retaking a site, especially one like train where there's a lot of objects you can't spam. Your pathing and how close you stay on the lanes to your teammate is like the key thing there.
Yeah.
If Tim catches one guy peeking the right side of that middle train and he kills him, it's 2 1-on-1s, and that's one of the easiest fundamentals to mess up. Good job, Liquid, there to stay tight in the retake and first round on the board.
Well then. Double sniper continues for Liquid. Triple nades in main. Not the first time we've seen that.
Not much damage done though.
No, of course not. Will he peek? Will he go past the angle? Little rush.
Might seem like a premature smoke there, but once he knows a guy crosses, it's hard to truly watch both angles at once without being single zoomed, and then you're exposed to forcing yourself to hit a reaction shot, which is a little higher risk. But Naf still having the molly in the smoke there. He's able to hold the walk through now. And the good reaggression here by Twist, it might catch him off guard here with the flash and rush. Knows there's one more there, so he's just going to sit there and be an annoyance, but if he progresses up Ivy too fast, this is a problem for him. Tarek and Audi just waiting for something to pop up for them to get the advantage back in their hands, and they will be able to get the bomb back in T-spawn hopefully soon.
Yeah.
That is not a good place for it.
Do they keep pushing and try to win by elimination, or do they send one player back? Because they are getting further and further away. Maybe waiting for the CTs to make a mistake, trying to defend the site. Naf, how does he miss that one? That could be crucial, and indeed, they will rotate away. And Elige, does he know 2 were there? I'm not sure how many Naf flies saw, but they'll wonder if they did where the other player went. 30 seconds remaining. Oh, this is going to get super weird.
Oh, lame.
Or maybe not.
And hopefully for CNR that doesn't tilt him too bad. You know, sometimes it's easy to get frustrated. Hey, who left the bomb there? And they start going back and forth. But now is not the time for that, as you're in overtime of best of 5 here. 150K on the line.
Can we find out who did it? Pitchforks out.
You're so excited.
Robin wants names. Robin.
He's cleaning up my trash.
I want a replay of that bomb drop.
Yeah. I see who it was.
Definitely an error, but something not worth talking about at this point.
Robin begs to differ.
Yeah, for us
Yeah, I
it
was
is.
going to say, depending on who it is.
Is there ever an argument when a bomb is down based on a developing situation to push
Ignore
forward?
it.
Is it sometimes more important to push forward?
If you have, like right there, for instance, if they knew one was bomb train by himself outside and used the last line of defense, maybe killing him and then falling back, because you obviously know, then you could read the CT's rotations. But if you don't kill him, then they could have moved by the time you got back.
W being firmly held down by Stu2K. That will cost him everything. Elige fighting for survival, keeping the threat of the flank real, but he's going to rotate. He knows it's too difficult to go back up that ladder. Maybe he'll keep one of these T's there, but they are all committed to the site, Cloud9. Maybe realizing that the flank is unlikely for the time being. Elige picked off connector immediately, so now they know they don't need to worry.
Peculiar to just start shooting there in the smoke after.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about that. I actually thought he was going to walk past it after he saw the molly being thrown through it.
C9 picks up 1 round here in the overtime, and just enough to give you a little confidence there. You hate seeing the 0-3 switching sides, but as we saw, C9 versus FaZe in the finals of the major, didn't matter for a couple of halves.
Did not matter.
That was pretty epic. So it's weird though in a BO5 you don't get to challenge yourself mentally too many times in this way in BO5. I think I might have played 1 or 2 in CS:GO, and it's always like it's almost like I don't even know. You're down. You just feel down. Like you can't overplan for the coming rounds. You're like, I have so much to win right now. You just kind of put yourself in a mindset. And for one, it's hard to prep for 5 maps strategically, and for 2, just the mental energy. You're trying to kind of contain yourself a little bit.
This will be interesting to see what Liquid brings this half. If they're gonna keep up the tempo, you know, that they started the game with, or are they gonna slow down now that it's overtime? Because I think Cloud9 actually kind of solved them towards the end. They had a good end to the half.
Nitro showing how to dispose of a HE grenade. Ooh, Elise, did he get tagged with an AWP? I think he did. Just minding his own business, looking down the ladder. And warning shots. Will force him away.
Interesting spot to hold from. So you know right where Nitro's standing right now, you can actually head stack a scouter, and you can peek over the wall to Ivy. Or yeah, scouter meaning not the weapon, just any person. You could jumping scout though, I guess, yeah.
Not what it used to be, thankfully.
Still possible, but yeah, it's a little ridiculous.
Random shot from automatic.
And you see this a lot.
This is that hit we saw yesterday, Jordan. Smoking ladder room.
Yep, this is, well, Heroic was throwing it yet, right?
Might have just watched their demo against Heroic. Jacked it.
I like this play by Tarek.
Shooting gallery.
Scott just doubled him?
Yeah.
Yep.
Blocking them in the smoke.
Yeah, once Tarek threw that smoke.
Yeah, it was definitely over.
It was a
like,
GG
I
at
was,
that point.
I was worried. I actually thought he would be getting all of them, so I put
was
on
seeing
Liquid
like
for at
knife
least.
kills happening.
Yeah.
Do you ever do the thing? I feel like it's super powerful when, because we've run in that situation before and we had this discussion where you just kind of like, you underhand a flash almost straight ahead, but before it goes off, you just kind of b-hop to the right.
Yeah.
And because it's so hard to come through
Boom.
that flash with normal timing now, or that smoke rather.
Tactical timeout.
Zeus has been in many situations like this, previously being SK coach for a while.
Yeah. I think it's pretty much impossible to dislike Zeus.
Yeah.
I think.
For sure. I wish maybe after this game we can get him on the couch.
Yeah.
Because I'm not sure how much content he does for Liquid in general, but I think it's one of
Everyone
those
in the
like
scene loves that guy.
yeah, he's one of those minds that's just it's very interesting to talk to him. He has a very good understanding of the game.
And he's hilarious.
Yeah.
Triple sniper rifle for Cloud9.
Oh, they
But
dropped it.
Stewie's he's
Oh,
dragging
so
his
nothing.
rifle along so he can switch out if he needs to. Leaving it by connector, it seems. So if there's a rotation required, let's see. Yeah, so he's just dragging the M4. So he can pick one player off, maybe bait them into trying to overwhelm him, and then spray people down. Minute 30 on the clock, lots of slow rounds from these players. Liquid have barely used a grenade so far. Actually, both teams, same can be said. Pretty much fully stacked up with the util, which doesn't necessarily bode well for Team Liquid. We saw those late smokes into main in a previous round, and we might see the same again.
Tim getting a little testy here by himself with no one to throw a flash or bail him out. Obviously, he has a smoke right there to get away, but
Notice how the clock hit 1 minute. He's instantly thinking.
boom, smoke. Yeah, that's
So he had a goal to hold that to 1 minute. Get that info, and then he's okay with dropping the smoke at 1 minute.
a lot of the pros. I feel like nowadays kind of picture the rounds in 15-second intervals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because of different smoke timings.
Rush just
As well.
deployed the last smoke. Presumably towards main, maybe Pot Dog. So it's going to be a really late push here from Liquid. And Cloud9 have fallen away from the IV position, but Automatic will reposition around the bomb train and hold a tight angle. Can avoid the flashbangs as well. And there goes Twist. The bomb's going to be on the radar as well. Oh, that is a pre-fire and a half. But the bomb still has to go down. 15 seconds. Still had to miss to land that shot. Stu will trade, and now Tarek's the last man standing from the B bomb site. So that late game has worked out for Liquid so far. First team to 19 to get a W. Does Steel peek late from the main position? Doesn't need to. He'll just stand his ground.
That was
Liquid
another
take
one of
the
those
round.
rounds where I just felt like Cloud9 was in full control.
I was super nervous for Liquid there, actually.
Yeah.
Because first I thought initially it would be like an inner hit, and I was like, oh, okay, all right. And then I saw them falling back to
I think
Ivy.
Tim played that round perfectly.
That's what I was gonna say.
by the pre-fire, right, though.
Yeah.
But then the combo of like Tyler missing this next shot
Yeah,
and
the
Tyler
pre-fire-
getting pre-fired.
Yeah. It was how
Counter-Strike.
both of the AWPs went down.
CS:GO.
Look at that. If Stewie didn't buy that other op there, you know, could have dropped a better weapon for Tarek, maybe.
Probably so.
Whoa.
Oh.
A little bit of confusion in the Brown Hall guys, but Nitro's decisively peeking team at the op is going to get him a frag, and now Liquid in the 5v4 here. And a lot of the times here in this 5v4, you know if you can do a fake inner, they're going to pull two. So a lot of times it's hold for a bit, let them rotate. They could be in ladder, obviously, since you didn't take it. But either a fake Ivy, or you do a fake inner, throw something up Ivy, and then go inner. Or you just simply go inner because you think you have the numbers. But the late round fake, it's so hard for the CTs not to respect it. C9, players like Tim and Stu are very aware of those kind of metas, the late game metas, so sometimes they like to finagle with the expected play. And like right here, for instance, you're probably assuming two CTs inner, so Stu's playing for support. So he's going to do something a little unconventional on his own because he thinks it'll net him maybe two. And Rush edging over because the situation kind of forces it. The two guys on team mid, I would be assuming might be throwing some smokes to pull.
I was going to say, I love this play. They're doing the same kind of round in terms of standard that we saw last round where they went Ivy, but instead they're faking and going in.
Rush has a lot to do. A lot to do. 20 seconds on the clock. Twist has got to pick up that bomb immediately. No flanks now. Only two players remaining for Cloud9. Automatic and Tarek. Oh, looks away just as Nitro comes flying down the ramp. That leaves Automatic alone. This is match point for Liquid, and they're looking pretty damn good. Nafly in the smoke. Automatic checks underneath him. Little does he know, that is surely a wrap. 19 to 17. Liquid take the first map, and in that tie the score 1-1.
Yeah, really impressive map by Liquid right there. They've definitely proven that Train is probably their best map at this event.
Yeah, no, for sure.
It's really impressive.
They've always been
Pretty
pretty
good.
comfortable on it,
Yeah.
rushing and going slow, which is key on Train. If you're one-dimensional, there's always going to be that team that's just going to shit on you.
Well,
So
That's weird. I remember back at the minor, so when we played Liquid, I think both best of threes we picked Train against them because their record on Train was atrocious. It was terrible. And we played them and they beat us on Train. I was just like, I don't understand how they have a bad record. And then ever since then, I think they've literally just been dominating teams on Train. So
The next map is Mirage, but it also guarantees that we will see
Cash.
Yep.
which
Yep.
is cool.
100% seen capture tournament.
Yeah,
so
I'm looking
confirmed.
forward to it.
We have Mango here from the Smash scene joining us.
I like Mango.
yeah.
Joshua, Joseph, Jamarcus,
Jamarcus.
you want to come say hi? You still rocking the USA bag? Dude, some fan made this for me a long time
Oh,
ago,
shit.
and then he's like the most American repping gamer of all times. What up, baby? How
I
you
felt
been?
bad that you gave me this bag. I was like, they gave it to you, and then you just gave it to me.
Dude, are you kidding me? Look at like what kind of shirt are you wearing right now?
Oh, yeah?
Like at all times.
Very
like who deserves it? Like how are we gonna
That's
front?
Have you ever won a summit event, Mango?
No.
You
Thanks for
haven't?
bringing
I,
it
no,
up.
no, I don't watch Smash. I only watch him like.
I
e-
actually
like
always
Evo.
perform really bad at Summit.
Oh, really?
It's like my worst tournament.
Oh wow,
That's
okay.
so funny. You'd
It's
think it'd
'cause-
be the contrary.
Well, no, it's because it's too relaxing and chill. So I'm
That's
just like
you,
drinking
though.
and yeah, but when I'm playing, I have to like
Too
get in the
relaxed.
zone, and I'm like way too relaxed. So I always just get messed up here.
That's fair.
You
I got
drink-
second one time. That was cool.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Do you drink as you play here?
I'm not saying that because
no, he doesn't.
sponsors get upset.
No.
He
Alright.
drinks
No,
Monster.
That's a definite
he
no.
drinks Monster. He wears his Sennheiser headset and he plays on his AOC monitor.
Hey, you were
lotion up
leading
your hands.
towards that anyway. You said I can
Okay.
really focus here.
Those are lotioned up.
Launders is wearing less clothes than he was earlier.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, you look oily.
He's all
Look
lotioned
fresh.
up.
He
You
was
getting some
sucking
sun out there?
toes.
He's sucking them toes.
Sucking toes.
Oh, massage.
Sucking toes.
I got
That's
lotion
great.
on me now.
Yeah, I might have to leave this next one.
Yeah, how much time I got here?
Yeah, anyway, it's break
Got some
time.
time.
It is
Before
break
we
time.
move to the
We'll
next
talk about
match,
that right
you
now.
can
I'm so
eat that
excited.
food, and we will be back with map number 3, even though it's the second one, which is Mirage. That's coming up in 5 to 10 minutes. We'll see you back here soon.